Welcome, class. I'm Adija Emmanuel. I'll be taking you through the Microsoft Office package. Today, our class will begin. We will begin with Microsoft Word, the MS Word package. MS Word is one of the common programs or softwares that is used worldwide and everywhere. It is used by students, bankers, engineers, and all other offices. In fact, it is an office package, meaning that it is a software that is usually used for official documentations. I will be taking you through this course or this program to enable you have a fair view on how to use Microsoft Word in doing your assignment and other stuffs. It will also aid you maybe in your final year when doing your project work. It will also help you complete your project work successfully. Before I begin, let me first introduce the course. This is Technology in Classroom class, and I presume that each and every one of you is doing well, although there is this COVID-19 issue all over the world and in Ghana. But I pray that you stay safe and stay well. Let your health be one of the most important thing you consider in your daily activities. In this lesson, I'll try my best to touch on the following: introduction to MS Word, that is giving you the whole overview of Microsoft Office package, that's the MS Word. Then working with MS Word tabs. Microsoft Word has so many tabs and its functions, so we will be considering that one. We will learn how to insert objects and pictures into documents, then formatting the object and the pictures that have been inserted. We also learn how to set up our pages and also how to save your work, and finally we will touch on printing and converting your Word documents into other formats like PDF, plain text, and other files that may be required. In the interface of Microsoft Word, we have the Save button up here. Then we have the Undo button also up there. Then we have a file which contains these informations, and with respect to this, they also have their own functions that is being used in Microsoft Word. The info part gives you the overview or templates of how to protect your document, inspect your document, manage your document, but that's not necessary to us now. The new here we are saying means that anytime you want to open a new project, if you want to begin a whole document, maybe you are doing information technology assignment, but you have to also do mathematics assignment. After working on one, you want to open a new book, let me put it that way for you to understand, just like picking your maths book, doing your maths assignment in the book, then afterwards you put that one down, pick another book which may be another, maybe English book, for you to also tackle the English assignment given. So in this context, what we mean is when you click on this, a new document will open for you to work on. Then we have the open button. The open button also does opening already worked on documents. Maybe you did your work last week, you are supposed to revisit the document, edit, and maybe submit it through the mail to your lecturer. You have to click on the open here. Then as you click, all the files that you've worked on will appear. If you don't find it here, what you have to do is you have to search from here, maybe from the PC, or you browse from other areas where you know you saved your work, then pick the file from there and work on. Then we have the save and the save as button. The save and the save as button are almost the same, but the only difference here is we use the save as button the first time you are saving your work. Then we use the save button after adding something to your work and you want to save the other part you added to the work. So in this context, let me try my hands there so that we can get rid of this one. You click on the save as button, maybe now you can see document 1 here. You can see document 1. Document 1 is what we are working on now, the page or the document you are working on. So if you want to change the name to what suits us, then we have to click on save as. We can browse or select the PC, then know where we want to save our work. So maybe let me use the browse button. After clicking on the browse, this document or this dialog box opens, asking you to enter the file name. So you enter the file name here, maybe ICT assignment. ICT assignment. So after entering this, you select where you want to save your work to. So maybe let's assume that I want to save our work onto the desktop. So we click here, then we click on save. If you want to put it in a folder, we select a folder there. So now you can check from the top here that our work or our document, which formerly we were seeing document 1, has now changed to ICT assignment, being the name we typed in the file name box. For the other options, we'll come back to them later and know how best we can also use them. But for the sake of those who may have problem opening or launching a Word document, let me do this quickly. If you want to open a Word document on your laptop, it's either you click in this box, type Microsoft Office. Anything you type will will pop up for you. So I typed micro, and these are the things I'm seeing now. But when maybe if I want to say I want to see Word, maybe I type Word, it will come. When I want to see PowerPoint, I just type it here, and the PowerPoint pops up here for me to click. Then it opens. And on the other way you can also do is clicking on the start menu or the start button. Then from here you can search by going down and search for Microsoft Word, or you see we have Word 2016 here. So you click on it and it will open for you. Back to our work. Okay, in Microsoft Word we have various tabs here. After or beneath the save button we have the file, then we have the home tab. So we have the file tab, we have the home tab, we have the insert tab, we have the layout design tab, we have the layout tab, references, mailing, review, and view tabs. So under the tabs we have ribbons. So when you click on any of these tabs you get ribbons. So these are the ribbons. So whatever appears after clicking on these things are called ribbons. So under each tab we have ribbons. Now let's deal with the home tab. So far as I started with the file. Now let's move to the home tab. The home tab, under the home tab, these are the things we can see, and this is the actual the first page that will open immediately you launch your Microsoft Word document. The white space we are seeing here is what we call the page. The white space you are seeing is what we call a page. Actually, some call it a sheet, some call it with other names, but the actual name for this white space is called the page. Let me zoom so that you can see this white space. I mean, this white space you are seeing, this is what we call the page. In Microsoft Word, we don't call the white space a sheet. Maybe some of us think that because we write on white papers and this page is also white, we can call it a sheet. But the right name for this space we are seeing is what we call a page. Just as you can see down here, if you check down here, you can see we have page 1 of 1, meaning that we have only one page opened. In Microsoft Excel, we call the space sheet, a sheet. Then in Microsoft PowerPoint we call it a slide. So when you open PowerPoint, the pages you see or whatever you see that you can easily type is like this page. This is not a page, this is what we call a slide. So in Microsoft Word we call this space a page. Thank you very much. Fine. To deal with this page is where you have to type your work. If you are given an assignment, if you are supposed to work on something, this is where you have to do your work. So if you want to type anything, this is where you type it. Okay, as you can see, I've been able to type something. Don't mind whatever I type there, because what we'll be seeing will not be necessary, but how to use the tool is what is necessary for us now. So after typing anything on the page, what you have to do is resave it by pressing Ctrl S. In this, what it means is that anytime you type something on the page, the document will demand that you save whatever you added to the document. If not, if you try saving or closing the document, it will ask you so many questions, and which, if you don't read it well and you ignore, you are likely to lose whatever you did after saving it for the first time. So here, let me try adding something. I've added something again, and now let me try closing it and see. Okay, now it's asking us if you want to save the changes, and the answer should be yes. So if you click on save, it means that it will save whatever I added later and quit the whole document. But if you click on don't save, it will quit the document without adding the changes you made. Then if you click on cancel or on this, it means that you want to go back to the document. You don't want to close the document, meaning that you have to re-save your work. So you can click on this button up here, then save your work. I hope you are following the lecture now. Okay, assuming we have something that we have to work on. Now this is the test that we've tried working on. Let me assume this is our heading for our work. Anyway, let me try doing something better so that you can understand it. I'll try designing a value view front page that we have been using to submit our work or something, cover page. So let me try designing a cover page here. Yeah, I will be doing it very fast so that we can follow the work. Okay, so normally this is what we have. We have Valley View University being the first words on our front page or our cover page. Now we are going to add something or work on whatever we've typed. Normally we place this thing in the middle here. Normally that's what we do. So if you want to center any text on your page, what you have to do is you come here, we have the alignment. So with the alignment, we have the left align, or then we have the center align, we have the right align, then we have the justify, or the justify. Yeah. Now our work or our test has been placed on the left part of the screen, meaning that it is already left aligned. Anytime you open a Word document, everything you type is left aligned unless you make changes to it. That's the default alignment for Microsoft Word and even all other Office packages. Let's try adding a color to this. So before you can add a color or format a text in general, to format a text, the first thing you have to do is to select the text you want to format. Now, what does this mean? Selecting it means you are highlighting the portion where you would like to work on or add changes to. So Valley View University being the first text on the first line, we would like to make changes to it, center it, maybe give it color, and should be bolded and also maybe underlined, because it might be, we are assuming that that's our heading for the work we are working on. So we highlight by clicking and dragging over. You click and drag over, and that's how to highlight. So you press the left click button, then you drag over. Now the text has been selected. Because the heading, I said we will be giving it a bit deeper ink. So you click on the B here, which means that you are bolding it. See how it is now. It has been bolded. It has been bolded. Now after bolding it, maybe you like to underline it because we are assuming it's a heading. So you click on this, the U, and choose, or the underline is being selected. There are other underline features, or these are other underline features that we can have. Now we have the single underline, but if you want to use a double underline, what you have to do is you come to the U, you click on the arrow pointing down, then you select the ones you prefer. But mind you, when it's an official document, we use a single underline unless otherwise specified by the one to receive your document. If you are writing letters, if you are doing anything you want to underline, please make sure you use a single line, or either this one or the bolded one, because the text has been bolded. It has a deeper ink. Thank you. You can also give the underline a color. You can give it a color. So now we have a black underline. Now you can change it to any color that suits you, but mind you, it depends on the prescription given or how you have been asked to design your work. And for any official document, please kindly use black color, unless you are being given specific instruction. Okay, so after working on a test like this, you like to make changes by sending this or testing. Let's try our hands on the alignment. So with alignment, now just as I said, we have a left alignment already. So let's try our hands on the center. If you want to bring it to the middle, this is how it's supposed to be. You just click. Mostly some of us use the space bar and the tab key to shift them. It is not the best, but so far as the center alignment is concerned, if you are supposed to center, if you are not just leaving a space between the margins and the page, please make sure you use the center align. Then we also have the right align, meaning that just as we have been writing essays in our various schools, or we have been writing letters, if you have to write our own address, what we do is we have to bring it to the right side of the screen. So to bring that to the right side of the screen, what we do is you have to type whatever you want to type by writing maybe Kofi Adams, post office box so and so. If after writing this, maybe okay, let me add a town so that we can appreciate it. After writing this, maybe in the former way or the previous times, what we used to do is we have to send this one to the right side, this place. So if you have to do that, you have to highlight this alone, then click on the right align tab or the ribbon, then it moves to the other side. But currently in Microsoft Word, and for official reasons, we don't do that again. You don't write letters by sending our personal address or the writer's address to the right hand side. We leave them at the left hand side. Afterwards, you just come down, press the enter key, then type the recipient address, the manager, so and so, then you are done. Okay, this is how it's supposed to be. Then beneath it, you have to type your DSA. Then you bring your comma. Okay, so if this should be Valley View University should be your heading, we are only assuming. So should that be your heading, it means that you have to place it here, then it will be at the middle. Please check something here. You see, we have everything we've typed here underlined. The reason being that we selected the underline key or the underline ribbon and applied it to Valley View University. Once the cursor was blinking here, we press the enter key, then it came down for us to type. When it happens like that, anything you do will change or will have the underline on it because we have it at the top. To change it is also simple by highlighting the document or the text that you want to make changes. Remove the underline. You know, addresses we don't underline. Then come back here, click on remove, or click on the underline again, the U, then everything goes. Or you highlight it, come to this place and click none, then everything is gone. Because we did not select this portion, you see the underline thing is still there, so you can go back and click on it and everything is gone. Okay, now how do you add color to a text? How do you add color to a text? To add color to a text, you have to, it's the same thing, highlight the text, then come to where we have the A with the color under it, then select the color you want. Just select the color you want, you select, then it applies to the document. Remember, whatever we are doing now, we should not save it. If you don't save it, and unfortunately we lose focus and close the document, or maybe if you are working with a desktop computer or a laptop which is but 8 battery is not working properly, and unfortunately you lose the electricity, the current flowing through it, you are almost losing everything, unless maybe your machine have automatic save changes where it will save some part of your work for you. Now we are able to make changes by applying the bold, underline, and adding colors to our text. Now anytime you see that the text on the page is bolded, but you don't need the bold text like letters, mostly the headings are bolded, and maybe your personal address is bolded, but the whole document should not be bolded. So when you see something like this, just as we are seeing here, what you have to do is select them by highlighting, then you go back to the B, click on the B, and everything is gone for you. How do we add or increase the font size of a document or a text in Microsoft Word? You select, just as I said in the beginning of the lesson, anytime you want to make changes to any text on the document or within the page, you have to select or highlight it first. After highlighting it, you come up here and see this ribbon where we have fonts here. What you have to do is just click on the arrow and select the font you want to use. But mind you, the original or the official font that is being used worldwide or for office use, if you want to use any of these for any office document, please try your best to select Times New Roman. Times New Roman. That's the official font for documentation purposes. Then you come back here and see where we have the font size. Click on the arrow and select the font size 12. Unless otherwise specified, please use font 12. That's the official font size for documentations. If you are writing a letter, if you are sending a memo, if you are typing your assignment, whatever you are doing, please make sure, especially in Valley View University, what you have to do is use Times New Romans and font 12. Font 12. Anyway, these are the basics that we can learn. These are just the basics. Let me change this underline thing here to the normal color, which is black. Okay, now I have my black color for the underline. Okay, there's another thing that we can also do. In maybe, unfortunately, when you were typing your work, you were supposed to type everything in sentence cases. Sentence cases means that the first letters of every statement or sentence should have a capital letter, just as we do in books. When you are writing anything, the first letter beginning a sentence or a statement is supposed to be capitalized. So the same thing applies here. But unfortunately, when I started with this Valley View University, what I did was my caps was on, my capital letters key was on, so everything I was typing was in capital letters. Maybe I don't like the capital letters, although it's a heading, but I need a different thing. What I have to do is, just I've told you before, highlight the text. Highlight the text. Let me come here, select the Times New Romans, select my font 12. I want to make this one capital, first letters should be capitalized. So I'll come here, you see where we have this capital A and small a. We call it change case. Change case. You click on the arrow pointing down, then we have the various types of cases that we can change our text to. If you select sentence case, it means that the first letter alone should have a capital letter. Until otherwise, we have a full stop. We have a full stop, then we have something else being part of this. Okay, let me assume this. Now this is what we have. I'm just pretending, don't mind me. Let's assume this is what we have to have. Sorry. So just as I told you, you have to highlight it. Then come to where we have the save changes. Select the sentence case. Sentence case, the first letter beginning a sentence should be a capital letter. So we click and we have value view, the value being capitalized, the other ones being small letters. After the full stop here, now computer begin with capital letter because it sees it that there is the computer is beginning a new statement or sentence. Then we have lower cases. Lower cases means everything should be in small letters. So when you select this, everything, whether it's the whole document or a text or a phrase, whatever it is, when you select the lower case, everything is going to change to small letters. But mind you, no sentence or statement begins with a small letter. So in this case, you have to capitalize the first statement or the first letter of the beginning word of the sentence. Then also we can have upper cases. When we want to change it to the normal thing, capital letters, you click on this, everything become capitalized. Now let's assume here we have Kofi Adams. Kofi have a capital letter, but Adams has a small letter. Then we have post being capital letter, then box being small letter, which normally it is not done that way in writing letters. So what we have to do now is we have to select everything we see here that we want to apply our changes to. Then we go back to the save changes, then select, just as we saw here. When you click on save sentence case, it will remain as we are seeing it, but in the lower case everything will be small letters. Then for uppercase, everything is going to be capital letters. But if you want the first letters to be capitalized, what you have to do is select capitalize each word. So now you can see that Adams is having a capital letter, then box is also having a capital letter. Okay, we have the toggle case also, but it's normally not used. Normally we don't use it. This is how it is. You have the Kofi having a small k, the Adams having a small a. Normally we don't use this, and I don't think you have been seeing this in books and online, so let's forget about that. Another way, there is always a short hand way to everything. If you want to increase the font size of the document or the text, there is this A also here which says increase font size. Then we have the decrease font size also here. If you want it to be small, very small and tiny, and if you only you can read from there, then it's okay for you. That should be your own document that you are creating. This shouldn't be an official work, but for official work, I told you use font 12. So if you want to go back to font 12, you can also read from here whilst you click on this. You can read from here, the box here, while you click on the increase font size. So as you click, the font changes and changes until you get to 12. If you want to go to 20, just click. If you even want to go to 60, just click. Now you can see it. It's not lost. It is now big enough. So this is it. If this is how you want it, no problem. No problem. Other ways you can also, so far as the text is highlighted, you can click in the box and type what you want your size to be. Click on that, then press the enter key. Everything changes to 12, the normal size. Now in some tests you can also see something like an italicized text in some textbooks and documents. So if you also want to try your hands on it, it's just this I we are seeing here, which has a shortcut being Control I. You click on it and you see the text slipping halfway, meaning that it has been italicized. Okay. Thank you very much for understanding. Okay. Now I would like to also add this. In mathematics, we have to, or in writing dates, we have been saying that mostly the text, we have something at the top like writing 2 square. 2 square is normal for the mathematics student. Just watch. Let me zoom so that you can see this thing very well. Okay, maybe I want to write 2 square. 2 square. So here I write 22. Then this one should be a square. Meaning that it should be at the top here, very small. It should be at the top here. We have the superscript and the superscript, then we have the subscript. Very good. So if you want to do anything that has something to do with superscript and subscript, but you have to do it after typing everything. You click on this. This is the subscript, meaning that the 2 will go down this way. Then if you want it to go up like the square, this is how it's supposed to be. In other words, after typing that, after typing your 2, and maybe you have to write 3, or you have 2 raised to the power 4, you can quickly click on this and the cursor will move to the top. Then you press this. Then you can also click here and write this. So if this is what you want to do, that's fine. Maybe you want to add something to this, so you can also do this. Select it, you type maybe 8, you click on this and you type 2, it comes down. When you type 9, you go back and click, you type 9, you want to have a superscript, then you have to click on the superscript, then you type the letter you want to type. Assume you want to write 9. This is how it's going to be. If you want to write first, so if you want to write first, make sure you have your cursor at the right position, then you write first. So in this way, ST automatically the system is set that immediately you type first, it knows that you are typing date, so it will move it for you, and after pressing the space bar. But in case it doesn't move, please make sure you highlight it, then press this, then it goes. If you want it to come down, you click on this, the superscript, and it comes down. So second, you want it to come down, simply click on this and type this, then it comes down. If you want it to go up, just highlight it, then it goes. Please check something here. Adams, I want the MS to go up, so this is how it's going to be. Then the DA to come down, so this is how it's going to be. Now let's capitalize the A so that you can see it well. This is how it's going to be. Well, okay, so this is the best way you can deal with tests or work on tests in Microsoft Word. On the other hand, if you want to, maybe assuming the page is full, and you want to move to the next page, or whatever you've typed here is enough and you want to move to the next page, mostly some of us, we press the enter key until it gets to the next page, and it is a wrong practice. At times, if something happened to your document, it is going to mess up your test. They will be messing up like that. So please, anytime you want to move to the next page, try your best to use this format I'm about teaching you, unless maybe the first page is already full and the other text has automatically moved down. Aside that, if you are supposed to type only Valley View University at the top like this and leave the page, or even for some, the first, some of them you can have a blank page, then move, but how you have to move to the next page. What you have to do is click at the endings of your text or beneath your text, either here or under your text. Then you go to layout, then you select brick, then you click on brick page. You see, now we have a space here. Already before we are having page 1 of 1. Because we just did something, we break the page. Now we are having page 2 of 2. So when you click on in the first one, we have page 1 of 1, meaning that we are on page 1. When you click in this, you are going to have page 2 of 2. Now the words are being counted. So check down here, we have 26 words. So if you are asked by your teacher to write a thesis or a summary or an essay which should not be more than 500 words, you can check your words down here and know how best you are working on your assigned work. Okay, at times, like how books are being folded, you can divide one page into two. You can divide one page into two. But before I consider that, let me finish with something here, then come back to that. You have been asked to list 5 benefits of computer. It means that you have to either bullet them or number them. Bullet them or number them. Now, this is how it is done. This is how it is done. You have to select where you want to number or bullet. Then you come up here. Then you click on the arrow. These are the bulletin styles. These are the default bulletin styles. You can create your own bulletin styles. You can use your own picture. You can use object. You can use anything you want to use by creating your own bulletin style. But for the sake of our time, I would like to use these ones so that I will not make this file very huge for you whilst you try downloading. So this is it. You select any of them you want, then it is being applied to your work. If you have to number them, this is how it is. You come here, select the number type you want to use, either 1, 2, 3 with bracket or full stops. We have the ABCD being capitalized and small letter format. Then we have the I and II format also here. You can also define your own number. You can define your own number that you think you want to use, so that your work might be different from others. But let me tell you, for official document and for official reasons, please use any of these. Use any of these. So let me select this. It is more official. More official. Okay. Now I've been asked to type 3 benefits of schooling. 3 benefits for schooling. Why? Reasons why we go to school. We have to type it. Then you can click here and number it. It's also possible. You can also click and bullet it. It's also possible. Immediately you click on this and type, it comes. You see, I'm not clicking here again, but I just type and it works. If you want to stop it, if you click and it is still coming, and now you think you are done with the listing, what you have to do is press the enter twice and you are good to go. Okay. If you want to change this to numbers, don't be frustrated, just highlight it, then come back here and select numbers, and that will be all. You can also use the headings here. These are the titles. If you want to format your text using these titles or heading styles, you can also try them. After typing the text, you click on any of them, probably heading 1. You have your heading 1. It means that anytime you want to create a content, it will select this portion and use it as your content for you. Okay. Now let me move quickly to the insert button. The insert button. Anyway, let me add this before I move. If you want to copy and paste the same thing that you've done, please highlight it, come here and select copy, then you come and paste it at where you want to paste it. Okay, you click on paste and that will be all. See, we have Kofi, we have the same thing here, we have the same thing here. If you want to use the cut means that you want to move the whole thing from here, so when you cut, you don't expect that you still have this here, this text at the top again. When you cut, it's gone, it's gone. We use the cut when we want to take the whole text from there, but if you want to have a copy, a duplicate of it, then please make sure you don't use the cut but use the copy. Use the copy. Now we can delete that thing from there. You can center align it if you want. Now after working on your work and having a very nice document for your lecture, you are given an assignment which you have to submit. In this case, let me try copying a text somewhere, then bring it to you. Let me go to okay, computer. I just want to copy a text from online, then we use for our work purpose. Okay, so we have computer. Let me go to Wikipedia and copy some text for you. Those who like copying, if you want to copy, just highlight, I just want it to be here, then right click and select copy. Now we have to go back to our work where we have our sheet or our page, then right click and choose paste. You see the differences. These are the various differences for pasting. Now I just want to keep the text. I don't need the links. I don't need them for anything, so I'll just paste the text. I just paste it. Now if you can check very well, just watch the right endings. You see this place is not smoothing, it's not straight. They are not straight at all. But for any official document that you have to present, being it your assignment, a letter, a project work, you have to make sure, just as the left side here is having straight lines, just as it's having straight lines, you have to also do the same thing here. So you do that by selecting the portion which you want to make it straight, the various endings straight. Then you come to justify, then select justify. Now you can see this place is straight, the other end is also straight. That's what you call justify. But for this text, you can see the in between the first line and the second line, the words are too close. But in school, we are told to use line spacing 2, or the indent should be 2. So to do that, you have to come here where we have the line spacing and paragraph. You click on this and select 2. Now you have a very nice looking text on the page. Now let me tell you what this white space is. This white space is what you call the margin. A margin. Then we have the scroll bar at the left. Then probably you can also have one at the down or at the bottom. Okay, that's it. In case you have to insert an object into your text, in case you have to insert a text, an object, being it a picture or anything, into the page, the same page, what you have to do is you click at where you want your picture or the object to be, then you go to the insert button. Now you click on picture, then go to where you can find your pictures, then select the picture you want, then you click on insert. Now you have the picture on the page, but maybe that's not how you want the picture to display. To be able to work on any object that you picked from the insert tab, just as you have been doing to your text, anytime you want to format your text, you highlight it first. The same way, to work on any inserted object, you have to select the picture or the object. Now if it's like this, just as you are seeing, you can't work on it, but to be able to work on it, you have to click on it, then you can see this thing around it. If you want to turn it, just hold this and turn the picture to the shape or the direction you want. If you want to increase it, to make it very smooth for you to work on pictures and objects being inserted, please come up here, click on format. You click on format, then you come to you click on the format of the page. The format, it means that you've highlighted it, then you select the position. So with the position, how do you want it to be? Maybe you want the picture to be like this, you want it to look this way, you want it to any, but first, to be able to work on it, please select any of them so that you can easily move it. You can easily move it. So look at it. Now I can easily rotate it to any angle. But before, okay, so normally you can choose true to make it very easy to work on. Then after working on it, maybe you have to rotate it if you want it to be in between your text, so that the text will surround the picture. Then this is how it's going to be. Okay, now you can see it is not covering any text. It's not covering any text. If you want it to be in line with the text, then you select in line with text. Then you want it to be square, fine, you can select square. So as you move it here, just as you have been seeing in books, this is how it's going to be. If you reduce it, this is how it will look like. This is the test. Now this is what we have. If you select the text and justify it, now you see, although the picture is here, you can still have a straight line for our text. Okay, if you want to give it flame, just go to format, just select these flames, any of them you want, whether 3D, 2D or whatever. Just select it. If it looks nice to you, then you leave it just as you prefer. But you can also, maybe you select something like this and you don't want the black color around it, you want something to look just like the colors for the within the picture. You come here and select picture borders, then select the color you prefer to use, any of them. Okay, if you want to eliminate the line too, you can do the same. Just come here and pick no outline, then you are done. If you want to increase the thickness, just come select either increase or decrease, just select any of them and you are good to go. Then also you can give the picture borders. You can give the picture effect, 3D effect. You can give it shadow, you can give it anything you want to give it, how you want it to look. If you want it to have shadow, then you can give it this shadow. You see, you have this as the shadow. You can increase the shadow though, but it's not necessary. You can increase it to look like the picture, but it's not necessary. Now I just need this portion of the picture. What do I do? This portion of the picture and leave the cross. What do I do? Just I've told you, select it, then click on crop. Anytime you click on the select, but you select the object, what happens is the format tab opens for you. That's an extra tab. When you click in, you don't see it. I hope you can see it now. You can see it, but when you click it or click on it, the format tab opens. Then you click on the format tab, you can see the crop. You click on crop, then you make sure your cursor or your pointer has changed this way. Then you move it to the portion you want. Now I want the top to also come down and the down also go a bit. Okay, now you can have this. Now I'm covering the head, so I have to go up a bit and have the head. This is what I want. I will press enter, then that's all. Okay, so if you want to do any other thing to it, just click on the format, then come. If you want to rotate it, we have the default rotation here. You can select any of them, but you can also do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself by clicking on this arrow, then just turning it like that. Okay, now assuming you brought this picture, but that wasn't the picture you have to bring, you click on it, right click on it, sorry, then you go to change picture. The same way you have the change picture at the top here, then We are waiting for our picture to load. Now we have to browse for our picture. Now instead of this picture, we need this one instead. Then we bring it. So we can also increase it to suit our work by pointing to the round or the circles around it. Then if you use this side, you can't increase it, you only move it. But when you point to the round or the circle on the box, then you press your right click, then drag, right click and drag. Okay, so we have artistic effects that you can give it to the text if you so need it. These are the artistic effects that you can give. Now you can see this is the original picture. Anyway, if you want to remove the background, you can do same. Also here. Okay, so that's it. I've taken the background from there. Okay, so then you press enter. The background is gone. You have your plain text or a plain image there. Okay, let me try adding an object so that you can appreciate it. Object. I want to add an object. Okay, you know how to do this, so let me go down there and also try to do something else. Let me go for an object. Maybe you have to insert tables into your work. This is how it is done. You come here, you select the table, the number of rows and columns you want, you select them, then you are done. Just click, it's done. In case you have to add more, when you get to the last space here or the last cell, because it's a table, that box is called a cell. So when you get there, you press the tab key and it moves you to the another one. You press. So if you want to have more, just press the tab key. That's the simplest way. Or if you want to add more, just click on right click, then select insert, then select any of these options depending on what you want to do. If you want to design your table, these are the table designs you can have. So you come here, then select table design that you want. You think it will best fit your work, you select it. Okay, now let's try another object. The other object, maybe where that. So we click on the where that, you type whatever you want to type in, then we are done. Now with this word art, you can increase it, then make changes by giving it a background color, then you give it a shape fill. So you can give it a shape outline color, then you can increase the shape outline either using the dots or the weight. Increase the weight, seeing that what is surrounding it is now big or enough to see, but it depends on what you want to do. You can also give it 3D effects here. Anything you want to do, So if you have been seeing this in some books, it is very simple. It is very simple to do. This is how it is. So if you want to move it from there to a better position, just leave it this way, and that's all. That's where that. You can rotate it too. You can rotate it. You can rotate it. Don't worry. You can rotate it to any direction you want. You can also change the text inside by highlighting and giving it a text color. So now if you want to highlight any text, maybe just as we have been doing, if you are reading a book, you have a marker pen that you have been using, or a ticker, or a tipper, something like that, that you have been using to mark your books. So maybe you want to select this statement here, but this is not changing the color, but you want to give it a highlight it, so we call it highlighter. That pen that we have been using, we call it a highlighter, sorry. So just give it, highlight a space that you want, then you give it different colors based on what you want to do, because you know what is best for you. So just highlight it, the background, and you are good to go. Okay, so that's all. Now let me tackle the layouts, then maybe we bring our session to a close. Coming back to the layouts, which it has already been, most of them has already been tackled already. Now make sure anytime you launch a paper, you launch a Word document, the paper size you are using, because you'll be printing an official document, you have to use A4 paper. So you come here and select A4. That's all. Then the orientation, now we are using the portrait. If you want to change it to the other side, then you can have the landscape. The landscape is there where you turn the paper. You see how it is? Okay. That's landscape, but officially we use portrait. Don't worry. Now let's consider how to adjust the margins of your Word document. By default, the margin is set to 1 each. So if you want to change the margin, you have to come to this side where we have the margin under the layout tab. Then you select the margin. Afterwards, as you can see, we have a blue color around this portion, meaning that the top margin has been set to 1, the left to 1, the right to 1, and the bottom to 1. But with the others, we can have the narrow, the moderate, and so on. These ones are for your own reasons. Maybe you want to make changes to the margin. That's how you go here and make changes to your margin. So in case I select wide. This is how it's going to be. As you can see, this place has enlarged, this place has also enlarged, then we have this place also enlarged. But if you want to customize it yourself, you have to come down here and select customize margin. But note that margins for official documents should be one top, one down, one left, and one right. So you should have 1 centimeter each from the beginning of the paper to where the text begins. So that's how to also set your margins. If you want to make changes, the only thing is just come here and change it to maybe 3. Then let's assume you want it to be 3, and for you to appreciate how the margin works, let me come here. Okay, then we have this. So this is how it's going to be. So the text portion will just remain in the middle, whilst all this side become useless. You can't use this side. But for your own reason, maybe you want to try that, you can also try that. But for official documentations, you have to select 1 centimeter each for bottom, left, right, top. So you come here and choose normal margin. That's all. Okay. Maybe if you want to number the lines, you want to know the number of lines you've written in your document, what you have to do is you come to line number and to number each line. So continuous, it will number each line. So now it means that we've used 72 lines. So assuming we are writing in our normal notebooks and exercise books, we have used we've used 72 lines. So it means that we have been able to write on 72 different lines, and our words now we have 473. So if you are asked to write 500 words essay, you check from here and you know whether you've got into the 500 or not. Then let's tackle the last portion. Then we bring our class to a close. The last portion, just as I said, will be the how to save our work and how to print from a computer. Now let me try saving. Maybe the last changes I did, have not been able to save it, but once I try saving, please take note of this. Anytime you try to close a document and you see this, don't ignore it. Please read it. I think when you read it for the first time, the second time, next time when you close it, you know what it means. So now it's asking you, do you want to save the changes? Yes, no, cancel. So if you click yes, it means you want to close it and ignore the changes you made. If you click don't, it will save it without adding the extra work you did. So if you typed the time you saved, it was only the first line that you saved, and later you added the whole 22 pages or 50 pages to it. If you click don't, you are going to lose all the 52 pages except the first line that you saved. So please be careful with this. But because we want to continue our lesson, I'd like to change or cancel it so that we continue. Again, if you want to let your document be like a booklet form, you want to have maybe 2 columns on each paper, or columns, you want to add columns to your paper. What you have to do is you click here, then select. So far as we have 1 page, a whole page, we call is the column is now 1, but if you select 2, it means that we want to break the pages into 2. So as we go up, let's try and go up and see what is happening up there. So this is how it's going to be. So just as it is done in the Bibles and other things, you can see that this is one side. You read this side. When this side is that you are done with this side, you come to this side also. If you want 3, the only thing is just go there and type 3. This is how it's also going to be. Anyway, if you want a margin at the left, at the right, you just do it this way. Then this is the margin. Then you have that also. If you want it at the left, you just select left and it comes to the left side. So this is how it is. You read from your left side to your right hand. To complete this, let's learn how to print. By the way, let me save the changes so that now I've been able to save the document, the whole document. Now let's try to save. If you want to print from your laptop, please make sure you go to file. Okay, then you search for this, that's print. Then you click on it, then the view opens for you to see how your printout is going to be. So these are the first 2 pages of your document. So if you print, this is how it's going to be. If you want to enlarge it, just come to this side and zoom to have a full document. Then you scan through and see if how it looks is nice to you. If it's not nice, what you have to do is go back and edit the document. Yeah, so this is how it is. When you print, this is how you are going to see it on the paper. This is how you are going to see it. Okay, so if you want to print all pages, so far as this thing is concerned, look at this. These are the paper types that you like to print with, but normally we have been using A4. So you come here, select A4, then that's all. You go down and check if everything is okay for you. Then how many pages do you want to print? So we can have the page 1, page 2, page 3, meaning that maybe you want to select some portions. You have about 100 pages, but you don't need all the 100 pages. The only thing is look at, search for the number. Maybe you want to print page number 1, page number 10, page number 25, and page number 100. So if these are the pages you want to print, out of the 100, you are now going to print 4. Print page 1, 10, 25, and 100, meaning that you only need 4 pages out of the 100 pages. Then how many copies do you want? Maybe you would like to give a copy to your lecturer, to your friend, and also you want to keep one. So you come here and type 2. In this box, you type 2, where we have number of copies or copies. You type 2. You can click here and just increase and decrease it. So if you need 10 copies, you just select this, then you press print. It is going to print for you. Also, how do you change your document to your document to a PDF? Okay. So here, if you want to create a PDF, what you have to do is, after selecting the print option, you come to this side where we have the printer. Okay, here you have to select the printer type. Maybe you are using HP, so and so you are using that printer, any printer, Canon or whatever. You select it here. But if you want to also create a PDF out of your document, you just come here, then select PDF creator, then it comes for you. Here is it. Now this is your PDF. We are about creating a PDF out of the document. So you just go back and create PDF. Okay, we are saving it now. Okay, so I want it to be on the desktop, so I'll just come here, select, then create the PDF for us. We successfully created a PDF document. Okay. Then again, if you want to save it directly, you can also come here, then you select export, then you come to create export PDF. Then out of that, it is going to create a PDF for you. So let me go here and select it. So this is the name, ICT assignment. Now I'm publishing it on the desktop. I will save it on the desktop. Yeah, it says it exists already. So if you want to save it to another portion, just select it and publish. Now we have our PDF in the photo. Okay, then the easiest way to go about this thing is to click on the file and behave as if you are now saving it. You are now saving your document. So when you come here, you come to save as. Then you select the portion where you want your work to be, maybe desktop. But please don't do this at the beginning of your work. If you want to save your work in a PDF format, please save it after you think you are done with the work, not at the beginning of your work. Come to where we have the save as type, select PDF. Then, because we have assignments on the desktop already, let's add one to that. Then we select our save button. Then we are done. Now let's go and preview the work that we've been able to save. So we have the first one. We have our first work being this one. This is the PDF check from here. You can see that we have, okay, this is the latest one we did, the last one we just saved. So you can see ICT assignment 1. So this is the PDF document. That's it. But the first one, this side is also looking. It also looks the same. Okay, so this is the first one we saved, and this is the last one we just saved with 1. Okay. For any questions or any question, please do well to contact us on the WhatsApp page or the Telegram page, or better still, you can send us our email when you go to the participants on the e-learning platform. You can find us there and send us a private message. Thank you and God bless you. Stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy. Enjoy your day.